Video Tip. I'm your host, Derek Forsetter. As always, thanks for watching another edition of the EQ Video Tip. Before we jump in, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. What's on tap for today? We have a great double episode by Brad Swenson about influencing without authority. And let's face it, decisions get made by the person with authority, the one in charge, the boss, the leader, the VP, the CEO. But you don't always have that authority. There's typically one CEO or one boss. So how do you influence? How do you get more control over making those big decisions? We're going to talk today about Brad's great article on how to influence without the authority to actually make the decision, and in turn actually end up making that decision that we want to have happen. Let's jump into some of Brad's great tips right now. Tip number 1, start with the problem, not with the solution. Many times leaders don't know what the actual problem is. It's important to start with the why. What's wrong with the status quo? Why is this bad for business? Why is this bad for the household? Why is this bad just in general? The problem needs to be solved, and why should it be solved? When you articulate that, it helps the business owner understand why there's a problem there and what it matters to them, whether it's more money, better for the business, more efficiency, whatever it might be. Many times they're not experts in that specific area as well, and they'll need someone to help guide them and find that answer. So start with the problem, not the solution, to help frame the whole picture. Tip number 2, find common ground. Research by Neil Rackham compared the most successful and the average negotiators. The best negotiators did 3 times as much of their effort finding common ground versus the average side. As an example, when you're talking to someone, maybe you say employee engagement is our top corporate initiative, right? When they say yes, you want to say, that's a really good point, and I have something else that we both care about. Make sure that you respond with yes and as opposed to yes but. When you find that common ground, then take advantage of it to say yes and it's a really good point, one we both care about. Here's one way we could address it. So find common ground to help leverage your influence. Tip number 3, love this tip. Be prepared, not merely passionate. You can be very passionate about something, but beware of too much passion because it may be overkill. What's more important is to be very smart about doing your homework and being prepared for what's going on. Understand the audience, what they care about, what are their goals, what are their pain points, what are their values, and anticipate different objections that may come up when you're talking to them. Things that they may say, well, we can't do this because of budget constraints, or we have this other problem. Identify uncertainties or weaknesses as well as your idea, and get someone to play devil's advocate with you. When you are prepared, not merely passionate, you're going to be more successful. Our last tip, one strong argument trumps many arguments. Sometimes too many arguments for your cause actually makes it more confusing. Make sure you have one strong argument that articulates exactly what you're looking to do and how you're going to influence it, as opposed to giving multiple reasons behind it. When you do so, it actually potentially confuses the audience. According to research by Adam Grant, multiple arguments as opposed to one strong one will actually decrease the rate of your success in influencing someone. So take a moment, find that one strong argument, and use it to the best of your ability to make that influence. That's a wrap for this week's EQ Video Tip. Be sure to tune in next week to understand Brad Swenson's influence without authority and find the other tips that Brad has to help you influence and gain authority and the decisions that you want within your business. Hopefully you can take these tips, customize them to the best of your ability, and become better at your EQ.